Are you wondering how to get more viewers on your live sales? That's a great question, one that a lot of people have, and so I thought I would run through a dozen tips and tricks for you. I'm Mandy with Sugar Bee Bling. Let's get started. Actually, before we get started, we need to go over a few things about your live that you probably already know, but just a reminder. First off, you need to be prepared. Have everything ready to go, packages opened, all of that. You need to make sure you have a good place that you're going live. There's not a lot of busyness behind you. Just a blank wall will work great. It's okay if it's messy off to the side, but where your live is, you want to make it look nice. You want to make it presentable, have good lighting, make sure you're filling the frame and you're not just way down here in the bottom with a ceiling fan up top, right? So you've got all of that taken care of. You want to make sure that you're on. Ding! It's you and your personality that attracts your customers, but you can dial it up. And so I like to refer to it as you times 2. And so it's your personality, just vamp up a little bit. There's something about video that tones down your personality, and so you have to vamp up over video to where in person you would think this is over the top, but in video it doesn't come across that way. And then make sure that you're going live somewhere public. So if you're going live on your personal page, make sure that it is set to public. Make sure that you go into your Facebook settings and allow public to comment on your lives. Sometimes people think they're set to public, but the comments aren't. And so even if that video got shared, other people aren't able to comment on it. So be sure to check on that. And then one more thing before we dive in, I want you to cover up the viewer number. Get a piece of paper, a sticker, something, tape it over your phone so that you cannot see how many people are watching. That way it's kind of a mental hurdle and you block it out and you go on and have a great live. And also be sure that you are consistent. You have a schedule that you stick to each week. As you're finding new customers and as you get new people watching your live, if they're gonna try and find you again, you want a set schedule so that when they tune in next week, you're still there at the same time, same day. Also, be sure that your live night is a day and time that works for a lot of people. If you're picking an odd time or an odd day, you might not get as many viewers as you would a different day or time. So, okay, here we go. A dozen strategies to get more viewers on your live. These tips are for longer lives, not for the flash sales or album sales or short things that you are doing it. Oh man, okay. The first tip I have for you is an email newsletter. I would highly recommend having a newsletter list, a list of emails of your customers that you can send an email to once a week, maybe the day that you go live, reminding them that you're going live that week, maybe a teaser of a piece or two that you're going to be showing that they won't want to miss. There are people who love to get things in their email, and so you want to be able to get that to them through their email inbox. You can look into several email providers. MailChimp is free up to 2,000 subscribers, so that's a great one to get started with. Tip number 2, message your customers to see what they're looking for. The day of your live sale, as you're getting ready to set things up and put together sets and have everything laid out, message 1 or 2 of your better customers, and you can mix it up each week who you message, and say, hey, thanks so much for supporting my small business. I love being able to provide you with affordable accessories. Is there anything you're looking for? I'm getting ready to set up for tonight's sale, and I just wanted to touch base and see if there are specific colors or styles that I can have in the sale for you. And that way they feel like they're getting a personal touch, a personal shopper, and you're reminding them that your sale is tonight. Tip number 3, if you have a VIP group, post in there about an hour before your sale, and if you've had any new people join your VIP group throughout the week, give them a shout out. Say, hey, welcome to the VIP group. We're glad you're here, Susie and Rachel and Sarah. Like, tag them and then say, here's how it works. Tonight is our live sale. Get excited. And then maybe tell some other things about your schedule. That way everyone is seeing the post and it reminds them that your live sale is in about an hour, but it also tags them specifically so your new customers know what to expect and know to tune in. Tip number 4, message your friends beforehand. Message 5 friends beforehand. You have a lot of friends and family that want to support you in your business, even though they might not love accessories. One way that they can support you is to hop on your live. Before you go live, message or text 5 friends and say something like, hey, you might know, but I started a new business venture. I am so excited about it. You might not be into accessories, but I would love your support. I'm gonna go live here on Facebook in about 5 minutes. If you are around and could hop on, it would really help if you just popped in and said hi. It really helps get the ball rolling with my other customers when I see people commenting, and it helps me feel less nervous when I see people that I know dropping in to say hi. Thanks so much. And then that's all you need to say, something like that. Just ask them to come on and say hi. By having them come on, it does help you feel less nervous and helps the Facebook algorithm see that people are commenting on your video. Tip number 5, hashtags. Use hashtags in your description. There are people that search online using hashtags, and so you want to have those hashtags in your description so that your video will pop up in searches. So use hashtags that are relevant to be able to draw in new people who are online searching for those things. Tip number 6, ask people to share. Ask people to share while you are live. I have a sign because there is some debate whether saying the word share on Facebook is good or not. And so I hold my sign up like this and I'm like, okay, you guys, if you could do step number 1 and then leave a comment saying sugar me, that would be great. So you can ask people to share your video. There is power in having it shared live. For me, I have a drawing for those people that share my video that they will be entered to win a free surprise piece. I draw my winner on my next live, and you must be present to win. So that's taking the people that were watching 1 week and rolling them into the next week. Tip number 7, share your own video. Don't forget to share your video, right? So you ask your viewers to share it and say, all right, while you do that, I'm gonna share it too. And it's okay to take a minute while you are live to share your video. So if you are live on your personal page, you could share it into your VIP group. If you are live on a business page, you could share it to your personal page. Crisscross all your avenues on Facebook so that you're getting your video out in lots of different ways. When you're sharing your own video, you won't be able to do it from the phone that you are going live on, so you'll need a second device. So you can use someone else's phone in your household, an iPad, a computer, just some other device that you can access your live video and share from. Tip number 8, have a messenger or text alert system. This kind of goes along with sharing your own video. You can do it right after your video has gone live on a separate device, and so you share your video on Facebook, but can also get the URL of that video, the one you're live in, right then, and send it out as a text reminder or a message on Messenger to say, hey, I am live right now. Click this link and come join the fun. There are lots of text alert systems. Often there is a monthly fee for those. I use a messenger alert system. It is called ManyChat and there's no fee. It is a little tricky to set up. I watched a lot of tutorial videos, so you can go ahead and search for those. I can definitely see an increase in my viewers once I have sent out that alert, because I go live and I see how many viewers there are and I send out the alert and people get that and hop on to my video. Tip number 9, while you are live, ask lots of questions. The more that people are answering back to you, the more that the Facebook algorithm knows that your video is engaging and exciting and shows it to more people. So you can ask this or that questions, would you rather questions. You could just always be chatty and asking questions to where your customers can chat back. So if they're just waiting to claim on numbers, that's not a lot of interaction. But if you're saying, hey, did you see this movie I watched last night? What's your favorite movie? You know, you're talking, always talking in questions so that they can talk back and you can have a conversation. And they're talking back in the comments. And so as your comments are coming up, you're forming new questions. Hopefully here you can click and it'll take you to it, but it's questions that you can ask during your live if you feel like you're stumped sometimes. Tip number 10 is also during your live. It is to play games. Now, if you know that you're gonna play a game, you could send it out in that newsletter that we talked about earlier, or that message alert so people know, oh, tonight's Blingo, I wanna tune in. Games help because people like to play games. They also help because, again, you get more comments as people are playing those games. I don't play games every week. I try and space them out so that they're a special occasion for my lives. You can search for lots of different games to play. Some are Blingo, the trivia game. A game that's been fun for me is called the State Game or the Birthday Game. The State Game and the Birthday Game are the same game. Tip number 11, another thing that I love to do is bring a friend night. So bring a friend night, I give away a lot of free pieces. So we don't do it too often, but I love to do it occasionally because it can bring in new customers. The idea behind bring a friend night is that everyone brings a friend. And so if Susie is my regular customer and she invites her friend Jennifer, and Jennifer comes onto my live and says, hey, I'm here, Susie sent me, then Susie gets a free piece for inviting someone to the live that came, and Jennifer gets a free piece for coming. And so again, I give away quite a few free pieces, but it's a great way to get more people to see your live and new customers in front of your show. And that brings us to our final tip, number 12, go longer. Yes, so think about this. When you're live on Facebook, if you were only live 10 minutes, how many people out of your friends and customers are on Facebook in that exact 10-minute time frame? Now, think if you are live for 2 hours. How many people happen to be on Facebook at some point during that 2 hours that you are live, right? The longer that you are live, the more chance that people are going to be on Facebook and notice that you're live and want to come see what you're doing. So that is the power of going longer in your lives. And I would challenge you to try a live longer than you normally go and see if it helps. All right, there you go, a dozen tips to get more viewers on your live shows. But here's the thing, I don't want you to just watch this video and think, well, that's nice. I want you to implement it, so I'm gonna issue you a challenge. This is where you are going to step up and say, okay, I am going to do this, I am going to take action and build my business versus, oh, I don't know, or making excuses, right? This is a 2-week challenge. I want you to go live 4 times within these next 2 weeks. Each live needs to be a longer live, longer than a half hour. I want you to implement some of these methods to get more viewers onto your live. During these 4 lives, I want you to cover up the number of live viewers that are watching so that you can just focus on what you're doing and have fun with it. Then after the 2 weeks, when you're doing your 5th live, you can go ahead and remove the sticker that you have stuck over the live viewer number and see if you are able to increase the number of live viewers that have been watching your shows. And keep in mind that it does take time to build up followers, so it may take a few weeks or even a few months, or really, you're always working on increasing viewers during your live sales. Also, I have this increase the live viewers to-do checklist that you can find on my site. You can go ahead and download it and print it off so that you have it available and you can use it as a check sheet. Have fun. Remember, I'm Mandy with Sugar Bee Bling. Be sure to subscribe for lots more video tips and tricks as you run your business.